I want you to do, I want you to zoom into this nail.
Oh, it's already on.
It's okay. Zoom into the nail. And I want to show that itty, my nails look awful, but that itty bitty little drop of blood. If you nick it to get just a little bit of drop of blood, what that does is that sucks the quick in. So if you can see, she's not bleeding much, and in fact it's already dried. But when you're grinding the nails, if the nails are too long, if you do that, that will help suck that quick in so that the nails will get shorter. And hers are actually a little bit long because I haven't been real good about them. Yeah, but there it is right there. Just that tiny little pinpoint prick of blood right there. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, I use 2 scissors. When I said in the message that I use 2 pairs of scissors and 1 slicker. I like using a small slicker to do the feet. It just fits the foot better. And I use this curved tip. These are by Eickert, E-I-C-K-E-R-T. They're 8160 5.5 inch blades. And it's just, you can see just a little bit that it's curved on the tip there. I like that because it fits the foot. And then my thinning shears are by Heritage, and they're number 56T. But I think that you can use any, but these are what I like to do. So when I start feet, I start on the bottom, and I take the, and I let the dog be however they're comfortable. Mine are comfortable laying down, so that's how I do their feet. So I take down the hair that's grown up between the pads, the pads, and just take it nice and level with all of the pads. Only on the paw. Okay, oops, I didn't do the dew claw. Okay, the next thing I do, so just take that nice and level. The next thing I do is I curve, oh, sneezers. I curve each ped so that it just frames each ped nicely. And there's not much there, so I'm just going to use the curved part of the scissors and just curve around each ped, and that helps to frame it all the way around, all the way, just framing each ped nice and close. The next thing I do is I go right between the 2 middle toes, and just see how that's sticking up there. We're just going to take that so it's nice and level, and you're just going to go in between a little bit, not all the way up, just in between a little up. Okay? The next thing I do is I bring it up along the instep of the foot so it's nice and just flat there. That way it goes up. Okay? The next thing is I take the slicker and I brush everything up. Okay? Except by the dew claw, just leave that alone for now. Okay, so it's kind of got the wild hair going on there. You see there's not much shape to the foot with the hair. And it's all kind of sticking out and being goofy. Okay, so if you're not used to it doing the feet, I would suggest using the thinning shears for this part. And what you're going to do is you're just going to cut and frame the foot. Now you don't need to take it way down. You don't need to take a lot of hair off. You just want it level. Okay, so I'm going to take it off. And what I do, this is why you want the nails short. You get enough off between there. Okay, this is why you want the nails short, is because you're going to go straight up from the nail. Okay, and then just curve around and then go up to the top. So curve and up to the top. Curve. It's just a little more forgiving if you use the thinning shears. And what we're doing by doing it this way is we're just shaping the foot, not taking off a whole lot, and just shaping the foot. Okay, once you get used to it, you can just use, these need sharpened. use your scissors to shape the foot. These really need sharpened. Must have dropped them. So just anything that's kind of sticking out. Oh, these are bad. Okay, I'm going to have to use my straight shears because I don't normally use the thinning shears. And, you know, I might blow away the extra hair as I'm going. And you're going to have a little step here, and this is where the hair is coming down the leg. You'll see a little divot. That's okay, don't worry about that, and I'll show you what will happen when she stands up. But you just want it nice and shaped. You don't necessarily want it tight, you just want it shaped. Okay, now there's a couple of ways that you can do this part of the feathering here. Some people will actually take it, and depending on how much leg coat they have, they'll take it and just snip right here to, and then just go all the way across, snipping right there to, missed a spot, to define the foot. I find that that makes the foot look longer and less compact. So again, I'm looking at the bottom of the foot here, and I see that the hair is sticking out beyond it, so I'm just gonna take off a little bit more at the front of the foot. I'm not taking it off up here. I'm just taking it off at the front of the foot, and then I can go back in and reshape it a little bit. Okay, going back to the feathers. So then what I do, and I usually will put them on the table for this, is what you want is you want it into a nice, I haven't even combed her out, that's why she looks all scruffy, is you want it into basically a nice line, smooth up with the feathering. Some people take this all off. I think that looks dorky. And I actually had Diana Allen show me how to do feet. So this is the way I learned from Diana Allen, then I've kind of modified what she's used to. She'll use a straight, a bent shear, a real long one, and then go up like this. I don't have a lot of control over those, so I don't use those. But I'll take them, oh, sneezers, and I'll just take off a little bit so that it angles straight up with the feathering. You know, I'm not taking off a lot, but it just smooths it a little bit right there. Tristan, watch what you're doing, please, so that you're doing the foot. And then that'll go nicely into the feathering. Okay, go ahead and turn it off, and then we'll do a back leg here in a minute as soon as I do her back feet.